Okay, so welcome back. This is going to be fun. Let's go through your business planner template. So please keep in mind you can take out pages, add pages, anything you like. This is just simply a template to get you started. And if you go through this boot camp, you will see many different, fonts, styles, images, colors. I do that on purpose because I want to show you the variety that Canva can bring to you. And no, I don't get paid to talk about Canva. I talk about it often because I've been using this for several years now, and I can't imagine without it. I use this for logo creation, business planners, for worksheets. I use it for study guides, anything in my business, even for my own personal. If I'm writing a journal, I'm going to create something here. I create desktop images for my computer here. It's amazing. So, as we're going through this business planner, I'm going to kind of show you how you can customize it a little bit if you like, but also how to plug and play. So, how to really put in what you're thinking. You can choose to print this, but this is 82 pages. So, I do suggest just doing it digital on your computer, laptop, iPad, tablet, phone, even whatever you have. Canva, you can use anywhere. So, basically, look through. This says My Business Shop Planner. Again, if you're not planning to open up a shop, don't worry about the shop part. But I created this to kind of make it work for almost anybody, and then you can just simply pick and choose what you like. If you'll notice, here's a business, here's a cover page, but then here's another one. So you can kind of pick and choose. You can change colors. So you just simply have to click and then see this sort of pink color here. Maybe you want to change it to gray or maybe to purple or maybe to orange, so you can really pick and choose. What if you want a different font? Anything you just have to click on and then choose the font kind of up here and you can literally pick whatever you want. How much fun is that? So, anyway, but let's go through the planner itself, okay? So, mission statement and business strategy. So, I'm going to give you examples of kind of what I would do, thinking back when I first started my tutoring business, kind of what I would play with here and what I would say. But then, of course, think about it for your own business. I tutor pardon me, dental hygiene students, dental assisting students. I even teach dental professionals how to start their own dental hygiene business. I teach people how to start their own teeth whitening business. So I do offer teeth whitening training. And then, of course, as you all know, I teach people how to start their own online business. So I teach people all kinds of different things. And you might be wondering, well, you teach dental hygiene students. Well, what does that have to do with starting your own online business? They really have nothing to do with each other. So that's why I have two separate Instagram pages so people don't get confused. If they're looking to start their own online business and they come across my dental hygiene or dental assisting tutoring business page, Instagram page, they might be like, okay, I'm confused. So I don't recommend having multiple accounts until you're really familiar and comfortable. So just start with one for now. Okay. So, as an example, what's going to be the purpose behind your business? Are you looking to teach dental hygiene students? Are you looking to teach dental hygiene students to pass the board exam? So that would be your purpose. But then anytime you think about a purpose, you have to think of a problem that somebody has. So why would somebody come to me? Why would a dental hygiene student come to me? They would come to me because they want to pass the board exam, but they need help. Okay. How can I help them? Do I just simply read the textbook to them and then go, okay, have fun? No, how I help them is I condense the textbook material in a much easier and fun way to study. I create videos like this one where I'm going to teach them head and neck anatomy. So instead of them just reading the textbook, they're watching my video and I'm teaching them on the screen head and neck anatomy. You might be thinking, well, they can just look at their textbook. So what's so special about you teaching them? Well, it's special because it's something different. They're coming to me because in school, their teacher taught them, but they need extra help. So that's why they're coming to me to get the extra help. So you always have to think about your purpose, but with your purpose, think about problems that your students or people have and why they're coming to you. So if you wanted to directly write on this page, you just have to go up to the text on the upper left-hand side of the screen and then you just have to click one of these. I'm just going to click heading and then see how it just kind of shows up right away. And then you can say, let's just say, write what you want here. and you probably want that smaller. So then you just go up to the font. You can make it as big or as small as you like. You can change the font up here. The possibilities are endless. That's why I love Canva. And you can drag and drop wherever you want. And then it's right there for you. Oh, I realized I had an extra space there. So it's right there for you. How nice. You could either just use these as prompts and just write it down on paper somewhere else or write inside Canva. Okay. So I'm just going to delete that since we don't need that here. So notice that. And then how does your service product serve your ideal client? So this is where I talked about before is how is it going to help them? Well, it's going to help them pass the board exam. It's going to help them pass their exam that they need. And then when it comes to you, what if you're a fitness coach and you're helping people lose weight? That is what you do. You incorporate diet plus exercise and you give them tools and exercises to do every day. Maybe you give them meal plans. So, how is this going to serve your ideal client? Well, it serves them because they don't have to create the meal plans themselves. They don't have to figure out exercising themselves when they don't know how, but this is your skill. This is your expertise because maybe you've been doing it for 10 years. Maybe you had learned from a personal trainer, but now you're so comfortable with it, you can teach other people. This is your expertise. We all have to learn from somewhere. I didn't just know how to teach dental hygiene students. I didn't just know how to teach head and neck anatomy. I had to learn it first. So we all know something. We're all passionate with something and then now we're going to teach it and start our own online business. And what gap in the market will you be able to fill? So this will be a dental hygiene student is coming to me because there's no other tutoring programs out there. They don't just offer you a tutoring program in school. They have to go out and find one. In school, they don't offer you tips and tricks on how to pass the board exam. They don't give you a full tutoring course. So, this is the solution that I have. And this is the gap in the market. This is what people want. They don't just want to read their textbook, they want the extra help. And then your mission statement. So this is fun. This is where you come up with a business name. Don't spend 8 hours coming up with a business name. This can be done later. This can be done just before you create your social media accounts. But don't spend 8 hours coming up with the perfect name. I have changed my name a few times, okay? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a registered dental hygienist as well, where I clean teeth in people's homes. Um, my first business name used to be Dental L Mobile Hygiene. The second one was Mobile Dental. The third one now is the Tooth Lady. So see, I've changed things and that's completely fine. But I moved cities, so that's kind of why I changed it. Plus I sold my first business, so I had to change the name anyway. But you get the idea. What I'm getting at here though is don't spend too long creating your mission statement or thinking about it. Just simply put something down for now, think of what you want to teach, and then kind of move on. And just to kind of summarize here, the mission statement is what it's all about. So you can't just say, so I can't just say dental L tutoring. I need to put something else down so when people come to my pages, they know what dental L tutoring is. So I say I teach dental hygiene and dental assisting students pass the board exam on their first attempt. That's the mission statement, right? It's clear, it's concise. What if you're a fitness trainer? Your business name could be, I'm just going to pick one, fitness trainer. I don't know. That's just the first one that came to mind. Fitness trainer. I help those lose 200 pounds within 30 days. Or I will create customized meal plans for you and workout routines so you can lose weight within 30 days. Something like that. And I say here 30 days because I find the more specific you are, the more, concise you are, that really helps people look at your social media pages longer and sign up for whatever you are offering. Now, a business plan summary. So, again, come up with things like we talked about your business name, your contact details, phone numbers. I don't list my phone number personally anywhere because my email is enough. I don't need to have people calling me and emailing me. It's hard enough with social media messaging, right? So, I just personally have my email address down there, but maybe you want to add all of these contact details. These are things to keep in mind. You don't need all of these social media handles. I don't have LinkedIn. I don't really worry about that. Twitter, I don't have that either. But again, you guys, this is just giving you an idea of what you could have. Product summary. So you don't necessarily have to be selling a product. You could just be somebody who wants to teach people art, and your product are your classes, where maybe they sign up for your classes. In one class, you take them to the art store where you're doing a video of showing them exactly what you buy and why you buy them. And then the next video could be you unboxing those art supplies. But see, you're taking them from step one to step done of creating the product. So I say product, but it doesn't have to be a product. Just as long as you're teaching them something, you have something to offer. And then what problem do you solve? We've kind of talked about that. Let's say art supplies. You're teaching beginners how to create amazing art. Beginners might not know what to buy, what brushes do what canvases do what types of paint do what. You're teaching them all of that. And then what is your solution? Your solution to teaching them art is they don't have to watch hundreds of YouTube videos. They don't have to take another class in art and spend thousands of dollars. You are teaching them in three classes, beginners, what to do, and that is your solution to their problem. I think that sounds pretty enticing, doesn't it? So, market research. Now, this is something that I do suggest everybody do in a way. Don't spend 8 hours researching other art websites, but do your market research and look at your competition per se. Type in things like art classes. How are they teaching art classes? What do their websites look like? What do their social media handles look like? What do you like about their website? Is it the colors? What don't you like? Is the font hard to read? When you go to their website, is it confusing and you don't really know what they're teaching? Take the good, take the bad, and then compile that all in when you create your own website, when you create your own course, when you create your own social media handles. But do not copy them. Don't copy the exact font, the exact colors, the exact titles. I do this all the time. I have gone so far as to sign up for my tutoring competition so I can see what their website looks like, what they're teaching, how they're teaching it. And I've always been not surprised, but kind of surprised where other tutoring sites, as an example, they're just not teaching the way I'm teaching. So you pretty much sign up for a tutoring site and you don't hear from that tutor again. You're just supposed to log in and figure things out on your own. Yet for my teachings, I'm with them every step of the day, uploading short videos, telling them what to study per day, per week. So that's what kind of sets me apart, and that's what makes me better. And that's what I want to do, and that's what you should want to do too. Whatever you're planning to teach, whatever online business you want to look at your competition and browse around, see what you like and see what you don't like. Now, again, you might not have a shop, but what you also need to think about eventually are your brand colors. So you can kind of create different logos. You can create different colors and images and text. And this is where you could add them. So in the next day, too, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So don't worry, that is coming. And again, look at kind of different ideas. What do you want to put in your announcements? What do you want to put in your About Me section? There should always be an About Me section because when people come to your website, to your social media, they're going to want to know who they're purchasing from. Why should they purchase from you? What's so special about you? That will be in the About Me section. And then think, why are you choosing your name? What different names are you looking at? What do you want your shop or product or service to be about? What's your mission statement? Are you going to have team members? Typically, you're just going to be the one person show. I'm still the one person show. I don't have a team, none of that, but you could think into the future. That is okay too, right? And then if you're going to ship out any products, I do not have experience with this, so this I can't help you. I focus online, but maybe you want to create an Etsy shop where you're shipping out your artwork because you are so good at it. So you want to look into all of that. Well, this will help you plan that out. And then again, let's say you like this page better than the other ones. You can kind of put your logo here. Maybe take some pictures of yourself, put them here. Maybe you want that on the website. Lots of ideas. So, and then FAQ. I love this. Okay. So think of questions that your customers or students are going to have and how to answer them. For example, my tutoring, a lot of people ask me, you tutor online, what does your course entail? That is going to be an FAQ. People always ask, okay, I'm signing up for this course, but what's included? So you probably want to show them what's included. Do a sneak peek of a fitness meal plan, a fitness workout routine. You want to think about how you're going to answer their question, but not just answer it in text form. You're going to show them. Another question I get a lot is, okay, if I pick your tutoring course, how do you teach me? But what's the success rate? This is an FAQ. People ask this all the time. So I'm going to put that on my website because I'm already answering their question. And that's the key. So think of some common FAQs. And you might be wondering, well, I don't know what people are going to ask me. Put yourself in their shoes. If you're a beginner who wants to lose 200 pounds, what are some questions you might be having for your trainer? What are some questions you might be having from this person selling the course? So always put yourself in their shoes first. And then goals and productivity. So I'm going to stop the video here and we're going to talk about that in the next one. I want you to really do some homework. Think about it. Think about all of what we talked about. Come up with a business name. What solution are you solving? Well, what are some FAQs that your customers might have? And then work on that part of the planner. And I'll see you guys in the next one.